All right, welcome back to Speak For Yourself, presented by Hyundai. Whitlock and Wiley, LeVar Arrington, and Eric Mangini are back. Time now for a big story sponsored by KFC. Come enjoy our new Kentucky Fried Wings in Buffalo, Honey Barbecue, and Nashville Hot. I'm hungry. All right, let's move to Chicago, where Mitchell Trubisky has been taking a ton of heat after a series of terrible performances during the Bears' 4-game losing streak. But Trubisky is now suggesting a novel approach to tuning out the criticism, saying he wants all the televisions at the Bears facility to be turned off because, quote, there are too many people talking about the team. All right, question here is, like Mitchell Trubisky's approach here?
No, not at all. One, when you're underperforming, this is the last thing you want to map on to your personality, your persona, your mental attributes as an athlete, because you're in that locker room as a quarterback to lead those men on the field. And they're starting to look at you once they hear this like, I thought you weren't playing well because you weren't playing well. I didn't know that outside forces were having some influence or impact on how you're underperforming, which is discouraging. It would make me feel a certain way if I were his teammates. But this is also something that is really undermining which is one of the greatest attributes of all athletes, the ability to compartmentalize. When you have kickoff at 1 o'clock and 10 o'clock, you got to leave the house to go to the stadium and get there early by 11. And the mom wants more tickets, and the girlfriend is still complaining about something you guys were talking about the day before, and the kids are saying, Daddy, where you going? We'll see you later. And your uncles is driving up, still drinking from the night before.
Forgot wife. Throw wife in there. Go ahead, make your point.
That's the first thing you said.
I'm talking when I was playing.
No, he did.
I wasn't married on purpose. I knew what I was up to. So all that happens, and guess what? Still a moment of truth. Kickoff. I got to compartmentalize. So you're walking through a locker room and you're looking at our ugly faces that you actually dictate our content. You play well, we have nothing left to say, but you play well. You're getting influenced by the tail instead of the head of this dog. Man, I would look at him sideways.
First of all, I'd want you at the stadium a little earlier than 11.
No. You know me.
Let's start there. The second thing is, I would want my franchise quarterback to have enough juice to be able to get the TVs turned off in the building. Like, he should be able to just say, hey, I want the TVs off, and, you know, you'd think that they would respond to that. But all that being said, I appreciate what he's saying about distractions, and we talk about this all the time. There's 3 things that you fight every week. You fight division from within, you fight the media, and you fight the other team. Those are 3 things that you got to overcome each week. And the media is just more a function of the outside noise. It takes a lot of different forms. And to Marcellus's point, you can't worry about what everybody else thinks about you. That has nothing to do with what's going on in the building. That has nothing to do with the opponent that you're facing. And it's wasted time, it's wasted energy, and it's completely irrelevant to how you should perform and how you should be viewing the week and your ability and your opportunity.
I find it hard to put a concrete judgment on whether I like it or not. To me, I'm interpreting this as him being an 11-3 quarterback as a player the year before, the success that he was able to have. This could be a very classic case of, if you put it in the proper context, him showing the leadership that this team may need. That may be one component of several different things that Trubisky is presenting and saying in order for not only himself, because I'm taking the assumption that he's not basing this off of himself, he's basing this off of them as a team. So it's what's being reported. What's the source? Where did this source come from that's saying he wants the TVs off? Was that a direct quote from him in an interview? Did somebody leak that out? Where are these things coming from? Because I think if that is a line item and things that Trubisky as a leader is presenting, then I like the approach.
He said it on camera.
He said it on camera.
Yeah,
okay, said it on camera. All right.
Look, I can't believe. No, I'm sorry. I can't believe there's any disagreement. This is great.
How?
Because communication has been devalued by technology. There's way too much outside noise. It's completely different than from when I certainly grew up and from when we all grew up, when there was one TV in a house, one phone line. Now there's just an overabundance. Everybody's got a TV in their room. Everybody's got a TV on their phone. Everybody's listening
And that's where they
to
get their
all the
information.
outside noise. And I have this dispute with my family constantly. Turn the damn TV off. If it's not sports or something real, don't pay attention to it because it's driving you crazy. If it's not sports, or if it's not sports or something I want to see on Netflix, I don't turn my TV on because I can't take the constant noise that everybody gets caught up in. It's just ridiculous. The conversations, the whole thing. I don't blame this dude for saying, as 53 men trying to come together and focus on something, we don't need to be even hearing what Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wilder.
First of all, you know they are watching sports at the facility. So, in
Not
your
about
house,
live sports.
let's say this. Separate the signal from the noise. I hate when people blame the devices, blame the outsiders. So what happens now? Mitch, you get in the game and the outsiders, the 80,000, are screaming against you. Oh, that's different because you can't interpret the words. Let's talk about this. Is it the trash or is it your filter? Mentally, you have to be able to process things and put them in their proper perspective. I give you this. Old man focus was this. Throw one dot on the wall, stare at it. Football. That's all I eat, sleep, drink, football. New man focus, throw all the dots on the wall. Know which ones to prioritize, know which ones matter first.
That's much harder, what you're talking about.
I didn't say what. Look, being a franchise quarterback and excelling and succeeding is hard as well. If you don't have those mental attributes, they won't display physically.
But if it's an effort to have leadership, to me, I would look at it and feel as though the guy is trying to unite us. If you have a uniting factor, a uniting force, energy connected to it that's genuine, then you're going to respect it. Whether we like the idea of it, don't turn the TVs off or not, I still think that he's trying to start a conversation. And if you're starting a conversation, I'm not condemning the dude for being that type of leader.
Look, whether it's phones or TVs or whatever it is, I think it's Betty Ford that said, no one can make you feel badly about yourself unless you let them. And if you're a successful person, that means you're out there taking chances. You're putting yourself out there. Yeah. And there's always going to be a group that's going to criticize the way that you do things, the way that you conduct yourself. And the people that have true grit are the ones that are able to block out that noise, no matter where it comes from, because it's going to keep coming. The more successful you are, the more noise.
Thank you.
And the only way that you're going to maintain success isn't by getting into some sort of sheltered environment. It's by facing the noise head on and being able to have enough self-confidence and resolve to say, I believe in who I am and what I do.
But could there be a possibility that he's identifying a few that this might not be directly attributed to him?
No.
What if he's defending someone?
Well,
what if there's someone he's covering
There's
for?
guys in that locker room, like in every locker room, that are immature, that do get distracted by the outside noise. He may be talking about himself and several of his teammates. Who knows? But for any human being in 2019 to say turn the TVs off, in terms of all the outside noise and second guessing of people, and because again, the whole political thing is what drives me crazy. I just can't take it. It's stupid conversation intended to drive people crazy, and it works. This guy's just trying to say, man, we're here trying to win football games. Some of us, maybe myself, maybe some of the others, we're too caught up in what others are saying about us. You have this conversation with young people all the time. Look, the great ones can compartmentalize, but football teams and athletic teams usually have a handful of great ones and a bunch of other people that are being dragged to greatness by the great ones.
If you write down the right answer, there's nothing you could tell me to make me change my answer. So that means focusing on your work. Know what you have to do. Because when you start to let those outside forces become internalized, you're never going to have pure self-confidence. So I don't care what we say. We can say great things. It's not going to make you play greater. We can say bad things. Not going to make you play worse. So it's on you. Your filter needs to be corrected.
But it could trigger the conversation. It could trigger the conversation.
As a teammate.
Kawhi Leonard is taking a ton of heat for sitting out again last night, but I'll tell you why Adam Silver should be taking the blame. Next! Speak for Yourself is presented by Hyundai.